Downtown, not bad. We've actually managed to get past 16. It's been there forever. Heading for a high today. The weatherman says 20 degrees. For once I agree with him, I'm going to be right there with him. 20 degrees. It's going to be rainy, cloudy, unnicey. So if you are out and about today, please make it click. Turn your lights on, right? And, well, drive to the conditions. We want you to get to your destination safely. We really do. It is Friday, April 9th, and I'm really, really excited. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and believe me, we have been getting so many requests for walking. Yes, Terry VunCannon's with us, and believe me, you're going to absolutely love this. We are releasing a brand new song, but first of all, let's do this.
This is Terry VunCannon from the USA, and you're listening to Galaxy 107 FM. Turn it up, guys.
So Terry, we've got a couple of minutes before we go live. So glad to have you back, my friend.
It's so good to see you and Barbara. How are y'all doing today?
We're great, thank you.
We are doing absolutely fantastic. We are, and for everybody that's joining us right now live on Facebook Live, especially Gregory Old, nice to see you, brother. Been a minute, it really has. Chris Ralthek is back again. Nice to have you back again as well. You've been doing your homework, aren't you? Today we're talking to Terry VunCannon, coming out of course, North Carolina, good friend of Galaxy's, and believe me, very, very talented steel guitarist in his own right. By the way, look what we got going on right now. Yeah, we got a little bit of Terry VunCannon right here, right now. And there's the reason why I'm wearing this. We'll discuss this very, very shortly. John Pater, nice to have you on board, my friend. And thank you for joining us, for everybody. Now, if you're going to watch it a little later on, you know, on YouTube, you know what to do, right? You do? Yeah. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Yeah, bell notifications for later on. When we have important people like Terry VunCannon joining us. Terry, you know, my friend, it has been an absolute journey since we've met you. We've interviewed a number of your friends now.
Oh, North Carolina is loaded with good music. I know you've had my friend Bob Margolin on, Smitty and the Jumpstarters. You've had
Matt Walsh.
Gosh, now the list is getting long, isn't it?
It is.
Bryce Street, you debuted their song yesterday. I'm just blown away that you're honorary North Carolinian.
Well, we are honorary ones now.
Well, you know what? We feel like we're honorary
Well, we got
North
our
Carolinians.
award. Hi, everyone.
We did get an award, absolutely. In fact, Terry, I've got to be honest with you. My IT guy says, do we all get one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for all of you. Make a copy for all of them, frame it, and send it home with them.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we
absolutely will do that.
We'll
I
put
really,
it
really
on.
will.
You know what you're
on this.
starting over there?
Yes.
You're starting the reverse invasion, like America had the British invasion. New Zealand, the land down under, is having the North Carolina invasion because of you guys.
Well, you know something? I'm happy to invade North Carolina.
Do come. If you come, we'll show you the mountains, we'll show you the beach. We got it all.
Nice. And I tell you what, I'm not going fishing with you.
Why?
Well, apparently Janice is much better at it.
She is. She's the fisherman in the family.
Yeah, I don't want to go swearing at Bill Brash.
She has this secret where you spit on the worm.
Okay. Okay.
And they say it works. I don't know.
Nice. Nice. You get spit on the worm. That's interesting.
Yeah,
It really
it's
is.
interesting.
Brian Smith is joining us. Nice to have you on board, brother.
Yeah, from
Thank you for
Smitty
joining
and
us.
the
Hey, Brian.
Jumpstarters.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brian.
from Smitty and the Jumpstarters. And believe me, what exciting music he has.
And
When-
Chris from
when
the
we go,
radio station.
live to air, and Mike's joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Mike. When we go live to air, Terry, I want to talk about the reason that you've had your head shaved.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to.
And for that reason, why I'm wearing this today, because believe me, it's very significant, and I'm very proud to be able to wear this.
Oh, the dog.
Oh, somebody's killing the dog.
Barney.
Barney wants some attention. He does.
We'll bring him on board. He might be able to do
I'll
us
try
a
to get him
song.
up here in a minute. He'll come in here.
Yeah, he might be able to do us a song.
Yeah, he
At least-
can. He's got some lungs on him, let me tell you.
Nice. At least backing vocals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Love
could.
that. Anyway, let's go to the desk.
Can you see me? I'm walking. I got no place to be, but I'm walking.
That's the sound of today's feature artist. We're talking to Terry VunCannon coming out of North Carolina. News says that Facebook and Instagram are down right now. Social media website crash. We're not having that many problems, are we?
No, I'm streaming.
Yeah, no, it seems to be okay right now, so I don't know what they're talking about on the news, but, well, you know, it happens from time to time. It really, really does. I'm absolutely elated. Catching up with a good friend of ours, and believe me, he's made us honorary North Carolinians. He really, really has, and I'm very honoured to be part of that, is our good friend Terry VunCannon. Terry, welcome back, my friend.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you back, my friend, and including people like Brian Smith who are watching right now. Believe me, absolutely talented part of America is North Carolina. You're saying you've got a wealth of talent right there.
Yes, we could do a North Carolina invasion of the land down under if you ever invite us all over. It'd be a heck of a tour.
Well, I tell you what, you pay the bus ticket, I'll get you over here.
All right, we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Very, very cool, because believe me, we would love to have you. And people like Matt Walsh, for instance, Brian Smith with the Jump Starters, believe me, there is a whole host of them that we would love to be able to showcase here in our country in New Zealand. We really, really would. And John Pater, we would love to have Ashley over here as well. Believe me, we would. And we've got a few things that we're going to talk about in the very near future, because believe me, we're looking at, just testing the waters right now. I've got to be honest, we're starting to look at a Trans-Tasman bubble. You never know, we might actually be able to open something up to doing some serious work. And Lemoyne Alexander, for one, wants to come to New Zealand. He's talking contracts already for late 22, early 23. Unfortunately, it would have to be about that time, you know what I mean? Because we know how quick the government is around here. We do. Now, Terry, we opened up the show, and I got to thank you very, very much for the care package that you sent us. I love, love, love the bootleg CDs.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a collection of CDs from my old band, Lawyers, Guns, and Money. a collection, a live CD from a festival that Janice and I used to put on in Lansing, North Carolina, up in Ashe County, the Blue Ridge Mountains. And then some of my singles, which you've got a couple of more, I will send. I'm going to send you the Carolina Blue and Let the Music Make You Stand Up and Shout. And you're also going to get some of the limited edition Terry VunCannon solo CD, Life Still Lunatic, which this covers 40 years since the first time I stepped in a recording studio in 1980. Yes, I'm old.
Believe me, about that time was when I started doing stuff in recording studios as well. Not being an artist, but being the engineer. Believe me, I'm still doing it today. Now, having said that, Terry, you mentioned, of course, the blue, and we kind of love that. We really, really do. Young lady on that one, tell me about Carolina Blue and the young lady that sings on that particular track.
Okay, the song was written by my publisher, Ron Hutchins, out of Nashville. I heard it last year, and I fell in, and when I heard it, there was only a chord progression. I fell in love with it and said, I want that. He says, no, I've got plans. Then he worked a little more on it. Then he wrote some words to it. And then I was releasing my singles all during the year. And after about a month and a half, going on 2 months, he said, are you still interested in that song? And I said, I am, and I have a plan. And I wanted to get together some players and friends of mine and his over the last 4 decades. So we've got T. Michael Coleman, who used to play with Doc and Merle Watson, bluegrass artist. Ronnie did all the keyboards and wrote the song. And I did all the lap steel layers. And Christy Jackson sang on it. And Christy is one of our North Carolina golden nuggets around here. She's a singer, songwriter, and she wrote a little song you may remember from a few decades ago called Take It Back that Reba McEntire covered. Went on a #1 album, and it was a #1 single. And Christy always says it's the song that changed her life. Shot her into national level songwriting. And it was also neat because this song was the first time anybody had recorded a song of Ronnie's that he had written. And it was also the first time anybody had ever asked Christy to sing on a song that she didn't write. And the fact that you had T. Michael Coleman, Christy, Ronnie, and me all together, it was just a big celebration.
Well,
I went into a different direction than Ronnie may have went with the song, but he was happy. He trusted me.
You know something, my friend? It has become one of the most requested Terry VunCannon songs, besides Walking, here at Galaxy. And believe me, we're going to talk about Walking very, very shortly. But first of all, right here at Galaxy, joined by Terry VunCannon, the man himself, here is Carolina Blue. How you feeling, Terry?
Good. Life is good.
Nice.
See, we've got Anthony on.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got our resident Elvis in the house. Nice to have you with us, Anthony. And believe me, love that image that you sent us of the ghost of Elvis. That's brilliant. It really is. Very, very cool.
I thought you called him Tony.
Tony? Well, apparently only the Hammond brothers are allowed to do that. So, Tony, I apologise, okay?
Apologising.
I do.
And by the way, the Hammond brothers were a treat. Weren't they a hoot?
I love those guys. I really, really do. And we've got them in a magazine. You're familiar with the Lazy Indie magazine?
I've heard of it.
We've got them in that next one coming out, literally. So they're happy as hell.
Yeah, I think the Muse may be home. We'll see in a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, you know something? wearing a bit of V-Muse right now. I'm talking to the bee.
Yeah.
The Muse has just arrived home, apparently.
Yep.
So maybe that's why the dog's barking. You never know. It might be
Yeah,
it.
time for Mum to come home.
Either
do you
that,
reckon?
or the dog wants to get up here and sing.
Yeah, could be.
Could be. Believe me,
Could
my
be
friend,
snacks
I've got
to
one
go.
that just loves to sing.
Yes, yes. And is that your dog? Does she ride? He or she ride with you to work every day?
They alternate. I've got two dogs. I've got a blonde one or a brown one, and I've got a black one.
Call her up for a bit.
They ride with me everywhere, my bro. They really, really do. You know,
Call her up.
my kids are hundreds and hundreds of kilometres up and down the countryside, and I never get to see them. So these guys are pretty much like my family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, we alternate them. They stay in the studios here overnight, and for when there's nobody in the studios, in case somebody breaks in. And
Right,
I
are you going to call the dog up?
really wouldn't want. Well, really?
Yeah, just quickly.
Oh, okay. Come on. Hey, come on in.
You show Terry quickly, and then you
I've got
Oh, look at that.
I've got this one with me at the moment. This one's called Casey.
Hey, Casey. Hey, Casey.
Somebody's calling you. Yes, I know. Isn't that strange? There's a voice calling your name. You can't see who it is. No. Anyway, hop
yeah,
down.
got to hop down now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, just to say hello to Terry.
Yeah. There you go, Terry.
What's the weight on that one?
I think she's almost 40 kgs. She's heavy. Big girl. Very big girl.
Yeah. She is.
I'm 6'2" and she can put her paws on my shoulders.
Wow. Wow.
You know, that's a big dog. It is. Jerry, I got to be honest with you. A true story here is that one day I was actually feeding my dog's big bones out the front, and these young fellas were walking past and they were looking at the dogs and they were looking at the bones, and then they looked at me and I went, "Don't worry about it. We'll get another postman tomorrow."
You can put a shoe on that bone and really scare them.
Yeah, exactly. Throw a sock and a shoe in there, yeah, believe me. But for young fellas, believe me, it was rather disturbing for them. It really was. And if you think that one's big, I've got another one that's just slightly bigger than that again.
Wow. Wow.
And
She's
they're
proud.
very effective guard dogs. Really wouldn't want to break in here if they didn't know me. I really wouldn't. Yeah, that would be an interesting find, it would be. We started the show, Terry, with, of course, walking, and believe me, I think it's appropriate that we refresh everybody's memory about their song. Tell me a little bit about it.
Walking is the story of Shannon, who is was a homeless person that Janice and I interviewed for a project for one of the colleges around here called Healing Blues. And everybody got assigned a homeless person to interview, and our job as songwriters was to go away and write a song about it. And so I'm Walking is Shannon's story, and some of the things it talks about in the makeshift tent that he lived in, the cross around his neck, which was the last thing he remembers his mother giving him, and Lake Waccamaw, which was a boys' home down near the coast, and he was put there. I think he went through 15 or 16 different homes until he became 18 and the system kicked him out. And he became a grown person and was homeless, and actually had a young son. and his son did not know he was homeless. And that's what that line in it talks about. I got to lose these streets before I let him see this makeshift tent that's been a home to me. And I understand he now has a place to live and is working a job and is doing much better. So I wish him the best.
That's really cool, Terry. It really, really is. And I love the thing about the photo in it as well, if you know what I mean. Now, very, very special time right now, Terry. I want you to explain to me why I'm wearing this particular badge and why you've shaved your head.
Well, a good friend of mine, I call her Little Laurie. Laurie Scarborough is fighting cancer, and I told her she's starting to lose her hair a little bit from the treatments. And I said, well, I'm not wearing a hat or anything. I'm shaving my head this week in your honor. So this is in support of Laurie and everybody that's fighting medical problems, cancer, Alzheimer's. You know, everybody's not doing as well as everybody else on any given day. And my heart just goes out to her right now.
Okay, well, Terry, and believe me, Laurie, you're not alone. We're here with you, okay? Our hearts, our prayers, and our thoughts are going right to you. You're going to get through this. You really, really are. We're big fans of Terry VunCannon's, and we are absolutely in awe that he would shave his head and support you this much, that we've got to get behind it as well, okay?
Oh,
You're not alone.
beard.
Absolutely. Now, Terry, and believe me, I am excited about this because this is an absolute piece, a masterpiece of work. It really, really is. I love this. I really, really do. Let the music make you stand up and shout. Tell me all about it.
Well, that song is probably the most autobiographical song that I've ever wrote. It kind of covers my musical history in a kind of a John Lennon gobbledygook lyric style. It talks about when I was young, tapped my foot, asked my mom for a steel guitar to play. Well, that was actually a guitar, but now it's a steel guitar. I did see the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. I did hear the Rolling Stones. And after that, I was a fan of music. Then it talks about other people that have influenced me, Jeff Beck, Tom Petty, I mean, just a whole slew of people. And then the last verse is very special to me, but it addresses something I've become a fan in the last 20 years. Over in America, there's a style of music called sacred steel. And a lot of people don't know about it, but it's in the black churches from Florida to New York. It seems like 80, 90 years ago, they couldn't afford an organ. A lot of the churches could get a piano. And so these guys started showing up with lap steels to just ride the chords and mimic an organ until these two guys, and you'll hear it in the lyrics, Willie and Henry, which were brothers, started actually getting inspired, and they set out one day playing lead stuff on the lap steel, and the church was just in awe. It sounds like an angel singing in the choir, and it became known as sacred steel. And for 20, 30 years or more, it was kept private in the churches. And then came out with Aubrey Gent, who was a second generation. His father and uncle were Willie and Henry. And now also there's a third generation of players, A.J. Gent, out of Georgia. And like if you've heard Robert Randolph on the steel guitar, he's from the sacred steel background. And so it's been a 90-year-old history thing of this rockin' lap steel music that mainly came out of the church and stayed in the churches, but now it's out there. So I wanted to do a song that kind of paid tribute to sacred steel, lap steel music. And so I've got this song, and I got 5 of my local friends to be the choir and sing on it. And so we've got Doug Davis, Clay Howard, Christy Jackson, Mike Thomas, who drummed in Lawyers, Guns, and Money with me, and Dale Cole, who I've played on several of his cuts in the last few months. So we've got this choir on the chorus and the lead singers on the verses, and it's my tribute to sacred steel music.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Terry, and I get it that Miss Jackson's on there, and what a phenomenal job she does on this particular track. But who's the male voice on that? Who's the male lead?
The first verse is Doug Davis. The second verse is Clay Morgan Howard, who sang Juke Joint. And Doug and I have a song that we wrote together that will be coming out in the next couple of months. So you'll be hearing more from Doug. So they're all just great singers, great people. And the minute I asked, they said yes. They came to help. And it bowled me over.
Well, Terry, and I'm going to let you know right now, we've played it a number of times, as you know, and a lot of the time we actually haven't said anything, we just played it. And the first number of times that we did that, it's you know what it's like, dip your toe in the water, just see what the reactions are. That blew up our internet, and believe me, we know why. It's such a great piece of work. It really is. John played it, by the way. No, I'm not going to shave my head. That's why I'm wearing the badge, okay? Here at Galaxy, releasing to the world right now, it's Terry VunCannon. And let the music make you stand up and shout. You're right here at Galaxy.
Thank you. This is Terry VunCannon from the USA, and you're listening to Galaxy 107 FM with DJ Grant and Barbara. Let the music make you stand up and shout. Thank you.
Terry, I love that.
Thank you. And you guys had it before anybody else. This makes twice now that we've released my music in New Zealand and the world before it was released in the USA, and I love doing that.
Well, we love doing it as well. We really, really do. And believe me, folks, Terry, are you on the internet? Can people find you on all the platforms like Spotify, like iTunes, places like that?
All of that. I would say dance with the lady that brung you. Google Terry VunCannon, VunCannon, and find me on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, Facebook. I try to get it out there, and I love interacting with private messaging and stuff like that too. So it's a real thrill to know that anybody would take time to listen to my music.
Well, believe me, we play the hell out of you here at Galaxy. We really, really do. At the same time, if somebody wanted to buy merch, how do they get hold of that? Do you have a website there, my friend?
The best thing is just to find it on Spotify or Amazon or something like that.
Okay.
I don't have an active website for my music. I have a website for my V-Muse lap stills, and tend to put all my energy toward that as far as any retail stuff. The music, I do music because I love it. The rest is just a great plus. But having said that, if they buy the single for 99 cents, I get some money. So,
yeah, 0.0001.
Well, actually, it's up to 03, and I'll give you a little clue. If you just watch it on YouTube, YouTube pays pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
It's surprising to me. And I just heard a week ago that Music Exchange is up in their percentages almost by 50% for streams. They're one of the first carriers to do that, which maybe Spotify and Amazon will follow suit.
Well, you gotta hope so. Believe me, they've had it too good for too long. Artists need money. They're not doing too well otherwise. I mean, they're not doing shows right now, right? So believe me, get behind the artist, go and download that music, go and buy yourself $1 worth of music. Can't go wrong. You really can't, especially with somebody like Terry VunCannon. Great music. It really is. And we're proud to carry that music here at Galaxy. We really, really are. Check him out. Wolf, nice to have you on board, Wolf. Thank you very much for joining us. And he's given us his website. Nice. Okay. Thank you very much. But in the meantime, Terry, we'll wrap this up after this, my friend. But thank you for coming back and releasing this music with us.
Well, thank y'all, both you and Barbara. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I really, really appreciate it. And all the artists that you play from North Carolina, they've told me to tell you thank you anytime I talk to you. And so, from all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolute pleasure, bro. Let's get back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 13 away from 11 o'clock and 17 degrees. Not bad actually, but heading for a high today. 20 degrees, the weatherman says 20 degrees. It's going to rain. I'm right there with him today. I really, really am, which is not often. Barbara says 25. She's not going to win today, literally. Friday, coming into a brand spanking new weekend. It is April the 9th, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by Master Steelsman himself, Terry VunCannon. Yes, he plays lap steel, and what a great, and you know, just a great talent this man is. He really, really is. Now, I got to be honest with you, my friend. It's always, always, always a pleasure to catch up with you, and we're looking forward to brand spanking new stuff coming from you in the near future.
Yes, yes, there will be more, and look for a care package from me. I'll be sending you some of the new stuff. And again, thank you so much for playing my music.
It is an absolute pleasure. And when you see each and every one of your artists that we've interviewed, please do one thing for me.
Hey, Michelle.
Give them a poke in the eye.
I will. Especially Bob Margolin.
There you go. There you go. And of course, don't forget Matt Walsh as well. He deserves a good poke in the eye as well.
You know, you got the well-behaved Matt Walsh. How did you do it?
I don't know, because I didn't want that.
Well, he's a wild one. He's a good one. And he's a businessman. So,
oh, well, there
he'll
you
be
go.
coming at you with more stuff, too.
That's
Awesome.
good. We want that. But believe me, I want the guy that does the Friday Night Gamble. I want that guy. Yeah, I mean, the guy that we got, even though very talented man, very well behaved and very businesslike, well, I was a little disappointed, really. I got to be honest, because I was expecting all sorts of trouble. I was even trying to stir him up a little bit. Didn't bite. He didn't take it.
Don't worry, the real Matt will come out in time.
I'm loving that, and I'm looking forward to that. I really, really am, because that's the kind of guy I am as well. I like that shenanigans kind of deal, you know what I mean?
Yes. And Janice says we are coming over there somehow, some way.
Awesome.
It's always been on her bucket list to visit New Zealand.
Well,
So we'll figure out how to do that some way.
You know, I'm going to take her up on that as well. I'll be there at the airport to meet both of you, so I really, really will. But in the meantime, you tell Janice, I hope she likes shopping.
She does?
Great, because Barbara's an Olympic shopper.
Oh, good deal. Good. We'll send them out shopping, and we'll get some bail money and go get in trouble.
There you go. You know me too well. Bail
on
money.
to
He's
it.
got it already. You know me too well. And believe me, well, the girls will know one way or another where to find us. I'm pretty sure of that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It won't be at that lake where the golf cart is.
Don't tell the security guard. He's still looking. Okay? Believe me.
You're mad about that one.
Oh, he's really upset. And I'm telling you, about 36 months down the track now, he still hasn't forgotten my name. It's
That's
true.
too funny.
It really is. Terry, don't go anywhere just yet because we've got a couple of things we'll do after this. But thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you, my friend.
And thank you to all the Galaxy 107 FM people that listen. Keep it up.
Yes, keep requesting Terry VunCannon here at Galaxy. Believe me, I'm not getting through a breakfast show without playing them these days. You're right here at Galaxy. Have a very happy and successful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. See you on Monday.
Now a flashback 45 from the 70s.